reduced by antibiotics or inflammation or the wrong food. Floragen gives your immune system the boost that it needs, naturally, without having to introduce foreign drugs into your body. And best of all, Floragen is not expensive. If you're interested in a better way to help your body affordably, come talk to us at Medical Arts, where we're all the pharmacy you'll ever need. Professional Park, Glasgow.
A local radio service of Royce Radio Incorporated. This is WCLU Glasgow, WCLU FM Munfordville, Glasgow. This is CBS News on the Hour. Real news, real reporting.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Go easy on me, kid.
Joe Biden joking with Kamala Harris off mic to go easy on him as they met on stage for last night's Democratic presidential debate. She didn't. As soon as they got to their podium, she dug in on Medicare for all.
For a Democrat to be running for president with a plan that does not cover everyone, I think is without excuse.
To be very blunt and to be very straightforward, you can't beat President Trump with double talk on this plan.
Harris wasn't the only one who targeted the frontrunner on CNN.
Biden clashed with New York Senator Kirsten Gillibrand in the midst of a discussion over equal pay for saying his statements were a concern for women who have to work outside of the home like her.
You said women working outside the home would lead to the deterioration of family. My grandmother worked outside the home.
Biden says he never believed that. It was a long time ago, and he's been deeply involved with equal pay amendments and worked with her on the issue.
I don't know what's happened except that you're now running for president.
So I understand.
Allison Keyes, CBS News, Detroit.
Newly released audio recordings from the National Archives reveal a private conversation between two former presidents using racist terms to describe African delegates to the United Nations. Richard Nixon recorded himself talking to then California Governor Ronald Reagan about monkeys and bare feet.
Those monkeys from those African countries. Damn them, they're still uncomfortable wearing shoes.
New report claims accused sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein had plans to sire his own colony of children. Live to CBS's Gary Nunn.
Epstein had a dream scheme which never became reality, the New York Times reporting. He hoped to spread his DNA throughout the human race by impregnating women at his New Mexico ranch. He confided in several scientists, including some affiliated with Harvard, about his idea. Epstein reportedly was fascinated with transhumanism, which is the science of improving the population through various technologies such as genetic engineering and artificial intelligence. Deborah?
A gas line exploded overnight near Lexington, Kentucky, killing one person and injuring 5 others.
We woke us up and it was just a big roar.
Flames 300 feet up into the air.
Police say people were forced to evacuate a mobile home park nearby. A Navy fighter pilot is missing in the Mojave Desert. Captain Jim Bates says the jet crashed during a training mission over California's Death Valley National Park.
We are currently in an active state of looking for the pilot. We've got folks out there from our installation, China Lake, the National Park Service, and the local authorities involved in that process.
Several tourists received minor injuries. S&P futures are up 4. This is CBS News.
CBS News Radio is your home for breaking news. With our team of reporters around the country and the world, we give you the coverage you can trust.
Dad, what are you doing?
Cramming for college.
I'm the one going to college.
Yeah, but we need to figure out how we're going to pay for it all.
Discover Student Loans.
Discover does student loans?
Yeah, they're one of the top private student loan lenders in the country. It takes 15 minutes or less to apply, and there are no fees for the life of the loan. Best of all, I can earn cash rewards if I get good grades.
Really?
Yeah, we still have time to apply and get a great rate.
So I can just chill. College kids still say that, right?
No one says that, Dad.
Really?
Yeah.
Visit discoverstudentloans.com to apply today. Limitations apply.
Pros do it right to have the quantities you need on hand for the job by buying in bulk. Lowe's is here to help by stocking what you need for any size job and at great savings. Save up to 40% on our everyday low price when you purchase Pro Packs of molding compared to single sticks. Load up on drywall, drywall accessories, and backer board and get up to 15% off just by making a bulk purchase. Place your order at lowesforpros.com and our Pro Loaders will be ready to load you up so you can get back to the job site faster. Do it right for less. Start with Lowe's. U.S. only.
It's day 4 of a protest by newly unemployed coal miners.
Angry former coal miners have been blocking coal trains from leaving the Eastern Kentucky facility. Cumberland, Kentucky Mayor Charles Rowley vows to bail them out of jail if they are arrested.
I do everything in my power to get them out. I don't have a lot of money, don't come from a lot of money, but I know a lot of people, and I know a lot of good-hearted people that we're going to get them out one way or the other.
The workers are owed back pay. 1,100 people lost their jobs across Appalachia when Black Jewel LLC filed for bankruptcy a month ago. Jim Crisula, CBS News.
You never know what you'll find when you search through the junk in your attic. Scott Amos was visiting his mom at his childhood home in Reno, Nevada, when he found an unopened video game inside a box of kid stuff. Kid Icarus sold for around $39 when it was released in 1987. Now it's a cult classic, expected to bring in $10,000 at an online auction. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Doors are being slammed in your face, and bad credit is holding you back from buying a house, car, even getting a credit card. $99 can put your credit back to a 720 or higher. That's right, just $99. Bankruptcy, tax liens, judgments, and even late pays can be removed from credit reports by calling the Giving Days Foundation. A nonprofit organization is here to help. Federal law allows you to challenge each and every item on your credit report. We'll recalculate your personal credit score for only $99 and repair your personal credit for free. Just be one of the first 10 callers. Take our personal credit challenge. Get your credit score to a 720. 800-543-5772. Call now to recalculate your personal credit score for only $99 and repair your personal credit for free. Call now. 800-543-5772. Don't miss this great free credit repair. Just be one of the first 10 callers. 800-543-5772.
Experience no-hassle shopping at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green and Glasgow. Ford's Furniture. Furniture you know. People you trust.
Mommy, I don't feel good.
Those are words a parent never wants to hear, but don't worry. I'm here to help when you do. This is nurse practitioner Brittany Jackson with Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic. Cold and flu season can be scary and intimidating unless you have a plan. Be sure to wash your hands, drink water, eat well, and get plenty of rest. But when that doesn't work, or when your kid picks up the latest bug tearing through their class, Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic is here to help. We offer same-day appointments for sick visits, and we make sure that we are up to date on the latest treatments to guide you through whatever hits you or your family. Many times, quick response can head off the worst of the symptoms, so put Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic on your speed dial and let us get you feeling better faster. 270-629-6722. Remember our new location right across from TJ Sampson Hospital at 1214B North Race Street. Together, we can keep you on the path to good health.
Call my mama. She will make you all better. 270-629-6722.
You know you can depend on WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
Good morning, everybody. It's 7 minutes after 6 o'clock. 68 degrees. You're on the live and local morning show from WCLU. Well, we're going to get today started off on the right foot. And let me remind you to flip the page on the calendar. It's the first day of August. Yes, indeed. Those days, those first of the month seem to be coming along pretty fast, don't they? I'm going to check out the birthday list. Round number 1 for today. Listen up and let's make sure that you know a lot of these folks and you get to tell them happy birthday. For example, we have Joe Bird. Joe, we're going to be sounding the 70 gong for you at the bottom of the hour, but today we're going to mention the fact you are 70. How about Miss Courtney Stewart? Courtney is 25 today. Lee Bidwell. Case Stenson is 7. Happy 7th birthday to Case. Nolan Elmore is 5. Selma Mayfield is 90 today. Asani Howard is 20. Christy Smith is 40 today. We have Todd Whitty. Todd is turning 55 today. And we also have Kaylee Staples having a birthday today, too. It's all birthdays so far. Lots of room on the paper. And if you notice, we're going to rattle out a few roosters at the bottom of the hour with all these birthdays that end in 0 today. 651-9149-800-956-1023. Online here, a simple click at WCLUradio.com. Now, let's see how the day's shaping up weather-wise. Ray Stasiak has a couple of thoughts about that this morning. Ray?
We're going to mix it up today. Clouds, sunshine, front off to the east of us. We'll keep the rain to the east of us. Might see some showers and thunderstorms tomorrow morning as that front tries to meander back toward the west. But other than that, we are dry through the upcoming weekend and early next week. Some clouds, mild this morning. Clouds and sun, upper 80s this afternoon. 88. Overnight tonight, mainly clear, 66. Could be some showers, thunderstorms tomorrow in the morning, and then partly cloudy in the afternoon, 87. Saturday, clouds, sun, upper 80s. Sunday, clouds and sunshine with highs in the upper 80s. And I do believe we'll take dry weather into early next week with upper 80s to low 90s for daytime highs. I'm meteorologist Ray Stasiak, the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. This is kind of one of those nothing happening sort of mornings around here. It's the first day of August. There's no rain in the rain bucket, but the humidity is 100%. There's barely a wind, northwest at 1, and the constant coverage and studio radar screen is nice and quiet this morning. So, pressure's at 30.06. That's where we're starting off. It is 68 degrees from WCLU this morning. News Director Brendan Crane in the newsroom. Round one of local news comes your way next.
Have you considered what your retirement looks like? Here are some things about retirement that may surprise you. 64% of retirees say they are confident about having enough money to live comfortably throughout their retirement years. Yet according to the Economic Policy Institute, nearly half of families have no retirement account savings at all. In 2017, more than 67% of retirees depended on Social Security as a major source of their income. The average monthly Social Security benefit at the beginning of 2018 was $1,404. Due to health care costs associated with living longer, 26% of workers now intend to keep working until age 70 and beyond, and 10% don't intend to retire at all. The 65 and older group is expected to become larger and have more influence in the future. Have you made arrangements for health care? Are you comfortable with your investment decisions? If you are unsure about your decisions, give the Fouch Wealth Advisory Group, Sam Dickinson, or Brian Basinger a call at 270-651-2663. Investment counseling since 1854. Securities offered by JJB Hilliard W. Alliance LLC. Member NYSE, SIPC, and FINRA. Investing in securities involves risks.
TJ Sampson will host a nurse recruitment day at 1301 North Race Street on Wednesday, August 14th from 7:30 a.m. until 5 p.m. We have open positions for registered nurses and certified nurse assistants in med-surg, cardiac, telemetry, ER, and surgery. We offer competitive salary and benefits with a $10,000 sign-on bonus for qualifying positions. Bring an updated resume and please visit tjsampson.org to complete an application before August 7th.
Do you love where you work? Do you own a business you're proud of? If so, we would love to feature your business during Banking on Business, sponsored by the People's Bank. You may apply to be featured on Banking on Business by visiting WCLUradio.com and clicking on the Banking on Business logo to submit your application. Who knows? You may be our next guest on Banking on Business. It airs every Thursday morning at 7:30 right here on WCLU.
Good morning. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane reporting. Police in Warren County have arrested a man after a burglary Saturday. Police say they responded to a burglary at a photography studio on Browning Road in Warren County last week. While investigating, police say the victim gave them video footage and suspected burglary tools they found at the scene. According to a news release, the stolen items equated to around $11,000. The video footage was distributed to area law enforcement before an arrest was made. With help from the Bowling Green Police Department, the Warren County Sheriff's Office arrested 36-year-old Aaron Giorgio on Wednesday. Police say Giorgio was questioned and placed under arrest. Giorgio is charged with third-degree burglary, theft by unlawful taking or disposition from a building $10,000 or more, but under $1 million, and possession of burglary tools. He is charged with 2 felonies and 1 misdemeanor. Giorgio was lodged in the Warren County Jail. The investigation is ongoing. The Senate has confirmed Kelly Craft to become the next U.S. envoy to the United Nations, despite Democratic concerns about her inexperience and potential conflicts of interest. Craft, a longtime GOP activist from Kentucky and Glasgow High School graduate, is currently U.S. ambassador to Canada. She was confirmed 56-34, ending a more than 7-month vacancy in the key diplomatic position. Senator Mitch McConnell told the Senate Foreign Relations Committee he feels confident in Craft being nominated to the position of UN ambassador.
Ambassador Nikki Haley, it's vital that our next UN ambassador possess the knowledge, talent, and experience to continue skillfully advancing our nation's interests and values. So that's why I'm proud to say Ambassador Kraft is a phenomenal selection by the President. I'm proud to support her nomination, and I'm really proud to be here this morning to introduce her to all of you.
She and her husband, Joe Kraft, have donated millions of dollars to Republican political candidates, and she will be the first political donor to occupy the top UN post for any administration. Joe Kraft is the chief executive of Alliance Resource Partners, one of the largest coal producers in the country. In her confirmation hearing, Kraft vowed to continue the efforts of Trump's first ambassador to the UN, Nikki Haley, to push her reform at the world body and to fight against anti-Israel resolutions and actions by the United Nations and its affiliated agencies. During Haley's tenure, the administration withdrew from the UN, Human Rights Council, and the UN Educational and Scientific Agency for adopting positions it deemed to be hostile to Israel. Kraft detailed her dedication to fight against anti-Israel resolutions. Kraft particularly detailed how she plans to navigate the UN scene with Russia.
You know, I'm not going there to be Russia's friend. They're not our friend. They undermine us at every opportunity that they have. And you better believe I will keep a clear eye on them and understanding where we can work together, whether it's North Korea or other areas that we need to call them out on. I mean, we have to be very protective of Ukraine. We have to understand that they are propping up the Assad regime and also their human rights abuses. Our country has applied more sanctions in this administration than has ever been applied on Russia, and I will continue to hold them accountable. We will continue to apply maximum pressure, and if confirmed, I will promise you that we will be shining a light on Russia.
Democrats criticized Kraft at the hearing for previous remarks she had made doubting the causes and severity of climate change and suggesting that climate change skeptics have valid arguments. They were also concerned about possible conflicts of interest as she holds extensive investments in fossil fuels. Kraft said at the hearing that she acknowledges the, quote, vast amount of science, end quote, regarding climate change and the role humans have played. The Democrats have also expressed concerns about her time away from Canada during her tenure as ambassador. Kraft testified that all of her travel had been approved in advance by the State Department, that much of it was work-related, and that she and her husband had paid for all personal trips. A report issued by the top Democrat on the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, New Jersey Senator Bob Mendez, just before the vote called Kraft inexperienced, unknowledgeable, and outmatched. This report said Kraft's lack of diplomatic or substantive policy experience could threaten her ability to forcefully represent and defend U.S. national interest against other powerful nations. Republicans, including her home state Senator Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, came to her defense, saying, quote, during her tenure as ambassador to Canada, America's relationship with our northern neighbor was tested. McConnell said in a floor speech before the vote, quote, a number of challenging policy hurdles threatened to trip up progress on several important issues, including trade negotiations. But by all accounts, Ambassador Kraft's involvement led to greater cooperation, end quote. As Ambassador Kraft played a role in facilitating the U.S.-Mexico-Canada trade agreement, Trump's long-sought revamp of the North American Free Trade Agreement. It was also a low point in relations between the two countries. Last year, Trump called Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau weak and dishonest, work that shocked our Canadians. Federal officials are investigating a report that a man fired a gunshot while camping at Mammoth Cave National Park, an incident that another camper says was prompted by an alleged sighting of Bigfoot. Mammoth Cave said law enforcement rangers responded early Sunday to a report of a person with a firearm at one of the Kentucky Park's backcountry campsites. Brad Ginn told news outlets that he and his girlfriend were camping nearby and were awakened about 1 a.m. by a man and his son. The man said they were going to investigate strange noises he kept hearing. Ginn said he heard a gunshot minutes later, and the man returned to say Bigfoot had emerged from the woods, so he fired. Ginn said he and his girlfriend decided to leave and report the incident. Park spokeswoman Molly Schroer says an investigation continues and the park is safe to visit. According to this morning's 911 activity report, there was a structure fire last night around 9:24 p.m. on Finney Road. And as August begins, that means Christmas festivities will begin around 3 months from now. The Glasgow-Barron County Chamber of Commerce met recently to name the Grand Marshal float and theme of the annual Community Christmas Parade. President of the Chamber of Commerce, Ernie Myers, tells WCLU News the theme and Grand Marshal relate to the day the parade will be held.
The Grand Marshal of the parade will be the DAV, that's the Disabled American Veterans. We think this is especially appropriate since the Christmas parade will be held on December the 7th, which is Pearl Harbor Day, day which, as Franklin Roosevelt said, will live in infamy, the day that began the United States participation in World War II. So the DAV will be our Grand Marshal. The theme of the Christmas parade, going along with the Grand Marshal and also with December 7th, the theme of the Christmas parade is I'll Be Home for Christmas. There'll be more coming out about that real soon, including the applications for the Christmas parade, so be looking for that. That's what's going on with the Glasgow-Barron County Chamber of Commerce, where we're working together, building a better community.
December 7th is the first Saturday in December. Meyer says more information will be released soon. It's 6:19, 68 degrees. Straight ahead, more of the news you can depend on right here on WCLU. I'm Brennan Crane.
At U.S. Bank, just picture what you can do with a low home equity rate. Cook up a new kitchen, say I do to the perfect wedding. If you can picture it, you can do it with a U.S. Bank home equity line of credit. Apply today at your local U.S. Bank. Visit usbank.com. Go ahead, bring your dreams to life. You've got the strength of U.S. Bank behind you. All of us serving you. U.S. Bank member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Glasgow consists of over 8,000 homes and businesses, with a power and broadband grid consisting of 11,452 poles and 1,437 miles of electric and cable lines that are all powered by the Glasgow Electric Plant Board. The Glasgow EPB also has 5,700 cable modems across Glasgow, providing customers with high-speed internet access. The Glasgow EPB manages all of these great services with a staff of less than 50 people that are dedicated to connecting Glasgow to the future. Stay up to date with the Glasgow EPB today on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on GlasgowEPB.net.
In more news this hour, Marathon Petroleum Company and Speedway have agreed to pay more than $22 million to settle a lawsuit brought by the Kentucky Attorney General's office in 2007 over alleged gasoline price gouging. Correspondent Will Clark has the report.
Marathon Petroleum Company and Speedway LLC settled the 2007 suit for $22.5 million over allegations of price gouging in the wake of Hurricane Katrina and a separate flood event in 2011. The case was originally filed by then Attorney General Greg Stumbo and later amended in 2011 by Jack Conway. Current Attorney General Andy Beshear says he'll recommend to the General Assembly that the money be used to improve rural roads to mitigate future weather-related damage. The companies have 20 days to pay half of the settlement. The remainder's due in installments over the next 2 years. I'm Will Clark.
Attorney General Andy Beshear's office said the companies didn't admit any wrongdoing or liability. The case was set to go to trial August 19th in Franklin County Circuit Court. A lawsuit filed in federal court in 2015 alleging that Marathon violated antitrust laws is still pending. A police officer in Kentucky is accused of shooting and wounding his 24-year-old son in what state police described as a domestic dispute altercation. Citing a state police statement, news outlets report troopers responding to a shooting Monday determined that 47-year-old Somerset police officer Jason Griffith had shot 24-year-old Devin B. Griffith. The younger Griffith was hospitalized. The Commonwealth Journal reports Trooper Lloyd Cochran said that the son had assaulted his father, who then fired his gun in self-defense. Cochran says investigators believe that Devin Griffith was unarmed at the time. Cochran says no charges have been filed against the father, though charges are expected to be filed against the son. Police Chief William Hunt says Jason Griffith is on administrative leave pending the investigation. Governor Matt Bevin says suicides are part of the societal cost related to casino gambling, as he lashed out at his opponent's support for expanded gambling as a way to help fund pensions. In a radio interview with WKDZ Wednesday, Bevin detailed his opposition to casinos in Kentucky, but Bevin didn't offer evidence for the claims.
Every night somewhere in America, somebody takes their life in a casino because they've wasted the last semblance of dignity and hope that they had. Families are ruined. Lives are ruined. There is societal cost.
His Democratic challenger, Andy Beshear, wants to push for expanding gambling as a revenue resource to support chronically underfunded public pension systems. Bevin says the revenue generated would not come close to fixing the state's pension woes and says there's, quote, no political appetite for expanded gambling in Kentucky. Democrats in Mitch McConnell's home state are pitching Moscow Mitch merchandise to try and capitalize on a bitter dispute involving the Kentucky senator over election security legislation. The Kentucky Democratic Party said Wednesday it's launching the Moscow Mitch web store in a dig at the Senate Majority Leader. The party is selling red T-shirts for $25. They depict a picture of McConnell wearing a cassock hat with a hammer and sickle symbol. The shirt declares, "Just say Nyet to Moscow Mitch" in yellow Soviet-style letters. A Washington Washington Post columnist recently criticized the Senate Republican leader for blocking legislation aimed at protecting the nation's political system against foreign attack. MSNBC host Joe Scarborough weighed in with the Moscow Mitch nickname. McConnell fired back in a speech comparing the attacks to, quote, modern-day McCarthyism. It's 6:24, 68 degrees in downtown Glasgow. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
At least one person has been killed in a massive gas line explosion in Lincoln County. It happened overnight near Junction City, and the blast touched off a huge fire that could be seen for miles. This woman tells WKYT.
We woke us up, and it was just a big roar and fire going all the way up in the sky as far as you could see. And our doors, the ground, you could hear the ground just moving and tumbling and rolling.
Several structures are reported to be on fire. Emergency management officials say the ruptured line is the Texas Eastern Transmission, which is owned and operated by Enbridge. At least 400 laid-off miners are filing complaints with the Kentucky Labor Board over paychecks owed them by a closed coal mine company, Black Jewel. The company filed for bankruptcy this month, and the workers who lost their jobs have not received final payments. As of yesterday, at least 400 have filed complaints with the Labor Secretary. Governor Bevin is asking Kentuckians to help the laid-off miners in Harlan County.
You can give money that will go directly to helping these folks out with basic necessities like groceries and light bills and things of this sort.
The Senate has confirmed a Kentuckian to be the next U.S. ambassador to the United Nations.
On a vote of 56-34, Kelly Knight Craft was confirmed. Craft graduated from the University of Kentucky before running a marketing firm in Lexington. She was also a member of the U.S. delegation to the UN General Assembly under President George W. Bush's administration. Her husband, Joe Craft, is a coal mining executive with ties to Eastern Kentucky. In a tweet, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said, quote, I'm confident our entire nation will be proud of the fine service she will render.
That's Haley Hansen reporting. I'm Paul Miles.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
It's the summer travel season. To raise awareness of traffic laws and to encourage safe driving habits, state and local law enforcement are out in force during the Blue Lights Across the Bluegrass campaign. The goal is not to write tickets, but to save lives. Don't speed, don't drive impaired or distracted, and always wear your seatbelt. Obey the laws, or you will be cited. No exceptions, no excuses. Paid with federal funds through the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety.
Looking for fast, easy, and secure electronic banking? Community Trust has a wide variety of banking services to meet your needs, including internet banking, bill pay, and mobile banking. We now have even more great services like Apple Pay, make payments directly from your smartphone, and People Pay, a fast, easy, secure way to send and receive money from your smartphone. Visit us on the internet to learn more at ctbi.com. That's ctbi.com.
Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. Member FD.
South Central Kentucky Monuments in Glasgow wants you to know that if you've recently lost a loved one or if you're thinking about a pre-need monument, they're here to make the process as stress-free as possible. With plenty of examples and a multitude of custom options, South Central Kentucky Monuments has the ability to offer you exactly what you want or help steer you in the right direction based on your preferences. Let my friends David and Adam Jesse provide the service and craftsmanship you deserve. To learn more, visit southcentralkymonuments.com.
This is WCLU Local News. It's 68 degrees, 27 minutes after 6 o'clock. In area funeral announcements this hour, William Harrison Smitty Smith, Jr., age 86, of Cave City, died Wednesday at his residence. In the early 70s, Smitty was the owner-operator of the Cave City Auto Parts, and he worked for a short time in the maintenance department at Mammoth Cave National Park. He then worked and retired from Modern Woodman Insurance after 30 years. In the late 60s to the early 70s, Smitty was a member of the Cave City Volunteer Fire Department, had once served as the department's fire chief. He was a member of the Cave City Masonic Lodge for several years and a former lodge master. He attended the Cave City Christian Church and was a Korean veteran serving in the U.S. Air Force and Air Guard. Survivors include 3 sons, William H. Smith of Cave City, Michael D. Smith of Cave City, and Harold W. Smith of Virginia Beach, Virginia. A daughter, Mary Oakes of Glasgow. Grandchildren, Robbie Williams, Matthew Smith, Patricia Newton, Emily Reynolds, Joey Oakes, Lisa Davis, and Rhonda Yarbrough. 10 great-grandchildren, 3 great-great-grandchildren also survive. Service for William Harrison Smitty Smith, Jr. will be at 11 o'clock on Saturday morning at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home, burial in the Cave City Cemetery. Military honors provided by the DAV Chapter 20 of Glasgow. Visitation will be from 4 until 8 Friday, and then Saturday morning until time for service. The family requests a memorial contribution can be made to the Alzheimer's Association, Greater Kentucky Chapter of Louisville. Charles Lynn DeVore, age 62, of Hardyville, died Tuesday. He was a farmer and a member of the Union Light Missionary Baptist Church. He is survived by his wife, Tracy DeVore, 4 daughters, Whitney Choate of Hardyville, Brooke Swanson of Munfordville, Sarah Beth and Addison DeVore of Hardyville, 1 son, Wesley DeVore of Scottsville, a sister, Janice Krause of E-Town, a brother, Mitchell DeVore of Munfordville, 6 grandchildren, Levi and Kate Choate, Claire and Hank Swanson, Anna and Silas DeVore, 2 step-grandchildren, Jacob and Sam Choate. Funeral service for Charles Lynn DeVore will be Saturday at 1 at the Union Light Missionary Baptist Church, interment in the Pearl Webb Cemetery at Canmer. Visitation begins at 1 o'clock on Friday afternoon at the Brooks Funeral Home. Contributions can be made to the Pearl Webb Cemetery. Edward D. Ed Houchin, age 92, of Brownsville, died Tuesday at his home. Ed was a retired businessman, having served and operated several local businesses. He was a World War II U.S. Navy veteran, a member of the Poplar Spring United Baptist Church, the Park City Masonic Lodge, and a Kentucky colonel. He served on the Bank of Edmonson County's Board of Directors from 1964 to 2008, and he was named Director Emeritus in 2008. He is survived by 5 sons, Alan Houchin of Scottsville, Tommy Houchin of Cleveland, David Dink and Ronnie Houchin, both of Brownsville, and Ricky Houchin of Bowling Green, a daughter-in-law, Vicki Houchin of Louisville, a sister, Dorothy Yoakley of Bowling Green, 12 grandchildren, 24 great-grandchildren. Funeral service for Edward D. Ed Houchin will be at 11 o'clock Saturday at the Patton Funeral Home's Brownsville Chapel, interment to be in the Brownsville Cemetery, with graveside military honors by the Nisbet Alexander Memorial Post 6937 of the VFW. Visitation begins at 2 o'clock on Friday afternoon, and memorial contributions can be made to the Brownsville Cemetery Fund. The funeral service for Clarence Jerome Ramsey, Jr., age 82, formerly of Cave City, will be at 1 o'clock Friday at the Bob Hunt Funeral Chapel, burial in the Cave City Cemetery. Visitation begins today at 4 p.m. Service for Rhoda Cecilia Charlton Ross, 93, of Tompkinsville, will be at 1 o'clock Friday at the Anderson Bartley Funeral Home, burial in the Monroe County Memorial Lawn. Visitation begins Friday at 10. Service for Margie Louise Hilliard Mott, 82, of Burkesville, will be this afternoon at 1 o'clock at Norris New Funeral Home, burial in the Scott Cemetery in Cumberland County. Celebration of life service for Robert Nelson Bob Stokes, age 80, of Glasgow, will be today at 1 o'clock at Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day, free online at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary.
Wendy's 4 for $4 is now better than ever because it's the deal with more variety than ever, with 8 different sandwiches to choose from, plus nuggets, fries, and a drink. So choose a double stack, or the crispy chicken sandwich, or a grilled chicken go-wrap, or the junior bacon cheeseburger, or any of these others. Whatever you choose, you still get this much food, all for just $4. So try all 8 and pick your favorite, and taste what makes the new 4 for $4 deliciously different. Only at Wendy's.
Insurance is full of complicated legal documents and statistics, but really 2 things matter the most, and that's the company backing the policy and the people in front of it. At ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance Agency, they have more than smiling faces. The experience and knowledge can't be duplicated, and the company name, ISU Pettigo Lessenberry, has been the name so many homeowners, business owners, farmers, even government bodies, and public schools have trusted since 1902. Call your dedicated Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance agent today, 270-651-8837.
Help me count my change. Grandma's hungry.
Prices and participation may vary. Single item at regular price. Limited time only.
We're going to mix it up today. Clouds, sunshine, front off to the east of us. We'll keep the rain to the east of us. Might see some showers and thunderstorms tomorrow morning as that front tries to meander back toward the west. But other than that, we are dry through the upcoming weekend and early next week. Some clouds, mild this morning. Clouds and sun, upper 80s this afternoon. 88. Overnight tonight, mainly clear, 66. Could be some showers, thunderstorms tomorrow in the morning, and then partly cloudy in the afternoon, 87. Saturday, clouds, sun, upper 80s. Sunday, clouds and sunshine with highs in the upper 80s. And I do believe we'll take dry weather into early next week with upper 80s to low 90s for daytime highs. I'm meteorologist Ray staging a Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. Let's see here. Barometer's at 30.06. Winds out of the northwest at just a mere mile an hour. That's not cooling much off. 100% humidity, pretty sticky. No precip in the last 24 hours, 67. WCLU Morning Weather brought to you by the folks making breakfast very special for you when you arrive at McDonald's today. Angie Moore Houchins, formerly of Houchins Southgate Floral, is now practicing her craft as she joins Joy Wilson at the Corner Shop. The Corner Shop is located inside Wilson's Cabinets in Glasgow. You can trust Angie and Joy to help you if you need flowers, both fresh and artificial for any occasion, a casket arrangement, a fitting bereavement gift that expresses just the right sentiment. Count on the Corner Shop. They feature free delivery and they're located at 812 Columbia Avenue in Glasgow. Inside of Wilson's Cabinets, you'll find an amazing selection of home decor, candles, soaps, even jewelry. There is so much to see. Why not stop in today? Joy and Angie's experience is at your service at the Corner Shop. They even deliver to most area funeral homes. Call them at 270-590-5815. That's 270-590-5815. The Corner Shop at Wilson's Cabinets, ready to serve you.
Extreme Prosthetics understands that when it comes to comfort and function, not all prosthetic devices are made the same. A properly fitted prosthesis can allow you to walk naturally without daily pain and discomfort. Extreme Prosthetics works with your physician and insurance company to help you get the comfort and function you deserve. Don't let your current discomfort and lack of mobility discourage you. Call the experts at Extreme Prosthetics today for a better, more comfortable life.
What if your doctors treated you like family, your nurses calmed your fears, you received personalized, compassionate care at every visit? At TJ Regional Health, we're committed to excellence in patient care for every person, every day. To us, total local care is more than a tagline. It's our promise to you. Come experience exceptional care at the TJ Regional Health network of hospitals and clinics, where people you know care for the people you love. Visit tjsampson.org to learn more.
Origin is not expensive. If you're interested in a better way to help your body affordably, come talk to us at Medical Arts, where we're all the pharmacy you'll ever need. Professional Park, Glasgow.
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lighting up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
That is so true, and boy, have they made fun fun. That's what they do at Ralphie's Fun Center. We've got some birthday honorees for you. Let me get over here because the gong, we're going to bang a gong for some really fine folks here today. First of all, it's the 70 gong for Joe Bird. Happy 70th birthday, Joe Bird. Courtney Stewart is 25. Lee Bidwell with a birthday. Case Stinson is 7. Nolan Elmore is 5. Miss Selma Mayfield. Miss Selma is 90 today. Happy 90th to Miss Selma. We have Asani Howard. Hey, Asani. Happy 20th birthday today. The big 2-0, Asani Howard. Let's double that. Christy Smith. Hey, Christy. Christy Smith is 40 today. Congratulations. We also have, let's see, Todd Whitty. Todd is 55 today. It's the birthday of Kaylee Staples. Steve Brown John Duncan. We have cousins Louise Barber and Marie Smith. How about that? Cousins celebrating birthdays today. Lori Berry is having a birthday. Caitlin Brown. Sharon Gwynn has a birthday today, too. Also, we're celebrating the anniversary of Brent and Tylia Claywell. I hope I'm saying that right. Brent and Tylia Claywell with an anniversary. I don't think they specified which one, but hey, it's a good one for sure for the Claywells. 651-9149-800-956-1023. Online here, it's a real simple click at WCLUradio.com. And today, by special request, we are patting on the back Joe Bird. It's Joe Bird Day on the radio. We just woke up a rooster in Joe's honor on his 70th birthday. That's right, 70th birthday for Joe Bird. If you see him around, pat him on the back. Let him know he's good as gold. From WCLU and a little taste of Texas. And one more birthday here that just slipped in. It's E.G. Thompson. E.G. Thompson is having a birthday, and that was called in by your sister-in-law, Pitsy. So happy birthday to E.G. Thompson today. Archives next.
Uh-oh, it's official. I'm retiring next week.
Well, that's a good thing as long as you've been preparing for it.
But I'm not ready. I kept saying I'll get around to it.
Hello, I'm Anthony Mite, your local Modern Woodman financial representative. Don't be like Miss I'll get around to it. Call me today at 427-6807.
Get to know your local Modern Woodman representative to plan for your financial future and learn about valuable member benefits. Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures. Securities offered through MWA Financial Services, Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Modern Woodman of America.
What does it mean to listen? At Time Savers, we believe listening means respecting a client's wishes, affording them dignity in making decisions, allowing them to acknowledge they are uncertain or skeptical of what the future may hold. At Time Savers, we are here to listen, to understand your personal care and home help needs, and to help you achieve the quality of life that you want, either for yourself or your loved ones. Whether you want to remain in your home as long as possible, or you need a little extra help in assisted living or memory care, Time Savers will listen and come up with the best solution for you. Call us at 270-792-5703 or go to mytimesaversky.com. That's 270-792-5703 or mytimesaversky.com. We listen, we understand, and we help.
TJ Sampson will host a nurse recruitment day at 1301 North Race Street on Wednesday, August 14th from 7:30 a.m. until 5 p.m. We have open positions for registered nurses and certified nurse assistants in med-surg, cardiac, telemetry, ER, and surgery. We offer competitive salary and benefits with a $10,000 sign-on bonus for qualifying positions. Bring an updated resume and please visit tjsampson.org to complete an application before August 7th.
Good morning from WCLU, where we're at 6:41, 19 before 7 o'clock. We got to get the archives on the air here because we don't want to get behind when we're trying to move forward, looking at things backwards. So here we go with the theme song for the archives. It's 100 years worth of history that we enjoy sharing with you, and we're beginning the month of August, and Sam Terry is going to jump in here and tell us all about some very special things in the last 100 years. So stand by for the archives.
15,000 inventory items, custom brake hoses while you wait, cylinder repair. Is there anything Joseph A. Wade can't do? Well, one thing's for sure, Joseph A. Wade Incorporated serves a large community of people who believe there's no job they can't do, and that's the same attitude Joseph A. Wade has in their line of work. So for the smallest screws, Allen wrenches, or drill bits, or even a 5-stage hydraulic cylinder measuring 25 feet in length, Joseph A. Wade's motto, no problem. Joseph A. Wade Incorporated, 311 Industrial Drive, Glasgow.
Sam Terry is here. Sam Terry, I apologize for hanging up on you there, sir. Must be the first day of the month, you think?
Must be. We've got a lot of things before us to talk about.
Boy, we really do, and I'm just tickled to death. I got to thank you for all of your hard work on the archives. We got some pictures here that Sam has sent us that we're going to be sharing with you here just in a moment. But also, I want to be sure and let you know that we got a big announcement yesterday from the folks down at the South Central Kentucky Cultural Center. As of yesterday afternoon, at the close of business, let's see, I lost my email right here. At the close of business, they had collected $4,850 toward the anonymous $5,000 donation. Sam, I think that pledged match is going to be taken care of pretty soon, don't you?
It sounds like that's highly likely.
Sounds like people are really responding to the challenge and understanding the need to have some wonderful historical things taken care of, too. All right, I'm trying to make sure I send this one last picture up front to Brennan so that he can have it ready for the TV, and then we're going to check all this out. 100 years worth. And, of course, 100 years ago today would be the first day of August in 1919. And we have a picture, once again, a picture of the Liberty Six. This is more information about Mr. Bryce Leach and his dealership here in our community. And here's an ad for the Liberty Six and Dodge Brothers automobiles. It says here that I have the agency for the famous Liberty Six and Dodge Brothers for Barron County. Each of these cars represents a different class automobile, and they are easily leaders in their classes. They are medium priced and a demonstration that will prove their worth. Call on me for a trial. B.R. Leach, Glasgow, Kentucky. And, of course, that's Mr. Bryce Leach, according to archivist Ray Green. He lived from 1886 to 1975. And I just kind of barely remember him, but I remember him as being quite a nice gentleman, Sam Terry.
Nice gentleman, and he had some memorable sons that many of us will remember. Jack, who lots of folks will remember Jack having a Dairy Queen down on South Green Street, just off the square, kind of across from the old dollar store. And Bryce T. Leach, Petey, who was quite a historian and man about town, and then Joe, who surveyed and worked on our deeds and did all sorts of development in Barron County. So
yes, indeed. Great family indeed. I remember Mr. Jack Leach at the Dairy Queen, you're calling it, down there, and he was one of the few people I ever saw who smoked a cigarette in a cigarette holder. You remember that? You probably don't remember that. But he had a little, like the penguin on Batman or something, just a little holder for the cigarette. And that was pretty cool back in the day, for sure. All right, that was 1919. Let's go to 1929, 100 years ago. And, boy, you'd read this story, bus burned at Horse Cave. And here's the meat of the story. At 5 o'clock on Tuesday evening, the Consolidated Bus Line lost a bus by fire while standing in front of the Comstock drugstore in Horse Cave on its way from Louisville to Nashville. The fire was discovered by a small smoke from the rear, and the driver attempted to stop it with a fire extinguisher, but failed. And 30 passengers narrowly escaped their lives, losing all of their baggage, which was on top of the bus. Among the passengers was Mrs. Garland Ford of Cave City. The loss was estimated at $8,000. The plate glass windows of the drugstore, Sam, were broken by the heat of this bus fire. Can you believe that?
That's amazing, and certainly something pretty exciting in Little Horse Cave in 1929.
Yeah, and I mean, they're naming passengers. In case you didn't know some of these folks, they were just talking about one right there. Pretty scary stuff. 1939. This is a story that the headline tells the story quite well, but let me give you the rest of it. This day in 1939, an oil line breaks and floods Beaver Creek. Now, that's just bad from all angles there, Sam. An oil pipeline between Lecta and Canmer and belonging to the Stoll Oil Company burst sometime during the week, and before the break was discovered, a huge quantity of oil had been pumped through the line into Beaver Creek. At the point where the break had occurred, the fact was brought to the attention of the Stoll people by personnel of the Glasgow Water Company, who noted a skim of oil on the surface of the creek at their pumping stations. Fortunately, the oil was discovered before it had been pumped into the filtration plant. That's a disaster waiting to happen right there. And, of course, the eagle eye of the Glasgow Water Company folks there back in 1939 said, whoa, this is not right, Sam.
It could have been extremely unfortunate, and the Glasgow Water Company personnel always on top of things all these years later.
No question.
Still doing the same great things.
That's right, no question about it. It's very, very, very important. And, so part of the presidential debate was talking about some of this lead in some of these larger cities. It makes you think about the fact that we're pretty blessed to have a water supply that is well determined and well monitored, and it just makes you think. Makes me think, at least. 1949, big story in the news about police here to organize a schoolboy patrol. A schoolboy patrol is being planned for the coming school term, according to J.S. Watkins, who is the chief of the city police department. The organization of the patrol for the safety of smaller children in crossing streets and traffic-congested areas has the cooperation of the school board and the city council. The youngsters will be given special training for their jobs by either a member of the Louisville Police Department's Division of Public Safety or a member of the local police force. That was in the Glasgow Republican this day in 1949, Sam. That was a big step for local schools and having the youngsters involved in the schoolboy patrol, It was
a very progressive idea.
And it was still going on when I was in elementary school, but they just called it the school patrol. They'd taken the boy word out of it.
Right.
And that was in 1949. Probably a lot of folks got interested in law enforcement by being involved in the school boy patrol there in 49. 1959, we got a picture right here to share with you. This is the picture of Billy Vaughn, Glasgow's very own Billy Vaughn, and his daughter Zona arrived Sunday from Hollywood, California for a visit with his mother, Mrs. A.R. Vaughn, and his sisters, Mrs. W.H. Grissom, Mrs. Bill Simmons, and Mrs. Robert Biggers and their families. He plans to attend the reunion of the 1939 Glasgow High School class. Incidentally, on Thursday on Channel 8, there will be a rerun of the Gale Storm Show, in which Mr. Vaughn was seen by many of his Glasgow friends last winter. Certainly local celebrity indeed. I love that picture right there with Ms. Vaughn and then his three sisters up there in the picture. And as I was telling you last night, I hadn't seen that picture before, but it's just one of the best family pictures of that era that I have seen, Sam.
I would agree, and it's them. It's exactly the way we remember them, and always loved them, and so proud that they were here and a part of us.
Yes, indeed.
And I was just thinking that back in May, in the archives for 1939, we had a news item about that class graduating and all the outstanding folks who were in the class of 39. So
I remember it being sort of like a who's who. All had done well.
It was, and so 20 years later, they're reuniting briefly.
A lot of great history there for sure. A lot of great memories too. And of course, we have that Billy Vaughn Memorial up there at the Beulah Nunn Park, at the Veterans Memorial Park up there, and that's something for everybody to stop and look at too. It tells a great story. All right, 1969. The news in the Republican is, Sam, the building fever hits the Glasgow area. We have the new Citizens Bank and Trust on Happy Valley Road, a new drugstore on the square owned by Pat Van, and a hospital addition and apartment complex on Broadway and back. All right, so we talk about a lot of changes here. That's the New Citizens Bank and Trust Company on Happy Valley Road we know that now is the Wall Street location of U.S. Bank, Sam.
Yeah, and considered way out on the edge of town.
That's right. Everybody was saying, what's that bank thinking about putting a bank out in the middle of nowhere? Didn't prove to last long in nowhere. The new drugstore on the square, owned by Pat Van. I think that's what was that not what Leach and Davis became?
Correct.
And then the Hospital Addition and the apartment complex on Broadway and Back Street. Yes, that was the name, as a lot of folks might not realize, that was the name of Bunch Avenue. It was Back Street. Of course, you see, we had a front street, we still do. So it seems we needed a back street. But they fortunately changed that a little later to honor the great Ralph Bunch. But that's that apartment complex right there. 1969, certainly that's building fever for sure, Sam. Things that have stood the test of time for sure, too, you know. All right. This is a simple story in 1989. Glasgow City Schools open August the 21st. So you can see there's always been the debate about when school starts. And is it too early? Is it too late? Whatever. But in 89, August the 21st seemed to work. In 1999, a story about one of our great local attractions. The wigwams in Cave City still attract visitors from afar. The village is one of 2 such motels that are still in operation, one of 7 built in the 1930s. This was a feature story in the Glasgow Daily Times about the wigwams in Cave City and how they were built back in the 30s there, Sam. And still, folks veer over there to check them out for sure.
They certainly do. And, you know, the wigwams were the vision of Frank Redford of Horse Cave.
Yes.
And he developed his whole theme, and Wigwam Village number 1 was actually on Highway 31E, where it intersects with 218, just in the edge of southern Hart County, and it's no longer there, but there's the Wigwam store that's very popular in its spot right now. And the one in Cave City was Village number 2, and it is still in existence, but they were great novelties for the 1930s, and they're still a novelty.
Yeah, I think that is it's a neat part of our history. It's one of those things we take for granted, but folks from all over come and look at that in amazement and see that in amazement, and it's part of our heritage, Sam, for sure.
It is, and one thing I might add is that Mr. Redford and his Wigwam Village helped to inspire Ike Green to create the Old Dutch Mill on South Green Street. He came to town and observed the wigwams and said, well, that's a great idea. What if we had another such place for tourists to stop and spend the night? And we'll just have a different theme. And, of course, his was the little Dutch mills that we were familiar with.
Yes, indeed. And pleasant memories from that, too. And folks did enjoy going down into the Dutch Mill and staying there and having some good food, too, Sam. Another part of our history. But I did not realize that Mr. Ream was inspired to do that by Mr. Redford's wigwams over in Cave City. You learn something on this show, at least I do. And 10 years ago in the Barron County Progress, more royalty, Sam. We were crowning another Barron County Fair queen. 2009 Miss Barron County Fair is Casey Ann Wilson of Cave City, the daughter of Greg and Sherry Wilson. That's an honor to be bestowed, and we've had some really fine young ladies named Miss Barron County Fair in the archives over the last several weeks, actually, and we enjoy sharing those memories too, Sam. So, have we covered the bases here this morning, sir?
I believe so.
I appreciate all the good input that you have had to this. Again, congratulations, $4,850 of the $5,000 pledged that's going to be matched. We're almost there. So keep it coming, and thanks for taking care of the Cultural Center. And thanks to the good folks at Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services for sponsoring the archives today. Sam Terry, you have a great day, sir.
You too.
67 degrees now at WCLU.
The only place you need to go for all of your automotive needs is GillyHide.com. Log on to browse our entire inventory of nearly 400 new and pre-owned vehicles. Take a video test drive, see the Carfax Vehicle History Report, calculate payments, apply for financing, get an instant cash offer for your vehicle from Kelley Blue Book, and check out our sales, parts, and service specials. All this with just a click of a mouse.
This year, Bowling Green comes to the ballpark.
Now at Ford's, choose select Sealy, Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, or Ford's Furniture mattress sets, and we'll give you an adjustable base free. Or get a set of memory foam pillows, a mattress protector, and a down comforter, a $500 value, all free with select mattress sets now at Ford's Furniture.
Wendy's 4 for $4 is now better than ever because it's the deal with more variety than ever. With 8 different sandwiches to choose from, plus nuggets, fries, and a drink. So choose a double stack, or the crispy chicken sandwich, or a grilled chicken go-wrap.
Sun upper 80s this afternoon. 88. Overnight tonight, mainly clear. 66. Could be some showers, thunderstorms tomorrow in the morning, and then partly cloudy in the afternoon, 87. Saturday, clouds, sun, upper 80s. Sunday, clouds and sunshine with highs in the upper 80s. And I do believe we'll take dry weather into early next week with upper 80s to low 90s for daytime highs. I'm meteorologist Ray Staging, a Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Not much going on the instrumentation. We have no rainfall, northwest winds at a mile an hour, 100% humidity, and 30.06 is the pressure. 67 WCLU.
Why do you choose the pharmacy you use? Is it because of someone you know, or is it short wait times? Highland Pharmacy has considered all of these things that make your experience at the pharmacy pleasant. With a top-notch staff of pharmacists and techs you know and trust, 2 drive-through windows, and a commitment to not making you sit and wait any longer than necessary, you can see why so many choose Highland Pharmacy, and we invite you to come see us for your next prescription. Highland Pharmacy, just over from the TJ Health Pavilion, 301 Rogers Road. Call 270-629-4300.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Sheila Perkins, your Glasgow Edward Jones financial advisor at 1003 West Main Street in Glasgow. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Now is the best time to become a member of the South Central Bank Green Tree Travel Club because plans are underway for the next big trips, and we want you to be on board. Recently, we've taken Green Tree travelers to downtown Nashville, my old Kentucky home and dinner train in Bardstown, Bourbon County, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, and most recently, Branson, Missouri. Why don't you plan to join today so you'll be notified of the next Green Tree Travel Club adventure? Call 270-651-7466 for information on how you can sign up. This bank is going places. South Central Bank, member FDIC. Okay, 702 WCLU. It is 67 degrees now. We are just about ready to play trivia, but it's been crazy around here this morning, as it always is. We like that, though. We really do. I want to make sure I didn't lose any of the information I needed to share with you about birthdays and anniversaries. I believe I have all of that. I just realized I forgot to tell you about this. The Quilter Friends Quilt Guild display of quilts from South Central Kentucky starts tomorrow August the 2nd through the 11th, it's the Quilter Friends Quilt Guild display of quilts from the South Central Kentucky area. Come on by and check that out at the South Central Kentucky Cultural Center tomorrow. And remember, we were reminding you yesterday that the art and wooden creations of Terry Jackson are going to continue there in the Snavely Gallery. Several pieces are for sale. Come by and check that out.
Listen to the delicious crunch of Little Caesars' new Extra Most Bestest Hot and Ready Thin Crust Pepperoni Pizza for just $6. Hot and ready every day between 4 and 8 p.m. Just walk in and pick up a large, crispy Thin Crust Pizza with the most cheese and pepperoni at the nation's best price of only $6. Little Caesars Thin Crust Pepperoni Pizza. One bite and you'll be back for more.
Pizza. Top 4 national pizza chains. Extra Most Bestest Thin Crust Pepperoni Pizza versus large round one-topping Thin Crust Pepperoni Pizza. Everyday standard menu prices at participating locations plus tax.
651-9149, 800-956-1023. Wouldn't you love to win a pizza? Yes, you would. A Little Caesars pizza, mighty good indeed. And you've got a large pepperoni or a large sausage coming your way for answering this question. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Cream of wheat, juicy fruit gum, Pabst Blue Ribbon beer, all debuted at the same time in the same place. Where? 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Some staples of this day and time: cream of wheat, juicy fruit, PBR, all debuted where? Trivia.
World's Fair.
I tell you what, that's. Can you give me any more specifics?
Was it in St. Louis?
No, that's not right. Keep working on it, okay? Trivia.
The World's Columbian Exposition Fair held in Chicago.
That's right. Exactly what it is. Sound like you were there.
Well, just a distant memory, Henry. This is Benny Lyle, by the way.
Hi, Benny. How you doing?
I'm good. Took a little research.
That's right. The World's Fair in 1893 was in Chicago. I needed to get that Chicago part in there.
And I didn't realize it had such a name.
Yeah, the Chicago World's Fair in 1893, they did it because of the fact that it was the 400th anniversary of Columbus' arrival in the New World. Now, that's something to have a fair about, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely, and a few lasting products came out of that.
That's exactly right. Can you think about that? You go up there, hey, what is this stuff? Juicy fruit gum. Pabst Blue Ribbon beer. Debuted at the fair. And then the cream of wheat, which is another staple of our world. And
I hope the attendees didn't try them all at once.
No, that's right. I think you need to pace yourself. Maybe,
yes.
Maybe like one at the beginning, one in the middle, and one right as you fix to walk out the door.
And having them in a certain order would probably help too.
That's exactly right. Well, you've done good. You've earned that pizza there, Benny. So if
all right, I appreciate that.
You'll come by, and we'll send you out there to Little Caesars. You'll enjoy, okay?
Sounds good. Thank you, Henry.
Have a good day. Bye-bye. There it is, Benny Lyle. That's right. If you wanted to go, boy, what kind of a world we're going to... It was a fun world in 1893, the big World's Fair, 400th anniversary of Columbus. Here's some new products for you to try, folks. Juicy fruit gum, Pabst Blue Ribbon beer, and cream of wheat. 1893 it was. That's trivia today. More tomorrow. I hope that you will come back and join us.
Did you know termites cause over $5 billion in property damage each year? Luckily, you can protect your home with Arrow Exterminators and the Centricon system with always active technology. Centricon creates a protective barrier around your home to stop termites before they ever have the chance to attack. It is truly investment protection for your home. The pros at Arrow Exterminators also specialize in pest, mosquito, and fire ant control. And you can feel good knowing that all services are backed with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. All you have to do is schedule a free home evaluation, and a licensed Arrow professional will come to your home and inspect, identify, and then treat in the most environmentally responsible method available today. Call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com. That's 888-GO-ARROW or arrowexterminators.com. It's not just pest control, it's Arrow Exterminators Pest Control.
CBS News Update. Fellow candidates pile on the front runner at last night's Democratic presidential debate in Detroit. Bill de Blasio challenged Joe Biden on CNN on Obama-era deportation policy.
Mr. Vice President, you want to be president of the United States, you need to be able to answer the tough questions. I guarantee you, if you're debating Donald Trump, he's not going to let you off the hook.
Biden's comeback.
I was vice president. I am not the president. I keep my recommendation in private.
Jay Inslee took Biden to task for not doing enough on the issue of climate change.
We would work it out. We would make sure it's eliminated and no more subsidies, either any fossil fuel.
We cannot work it out. We cannot work this out. The time is up.
Biden spoke the most during the debate, 21 minutes. Andrew Yang spoke the least at just 8.5. Google says the most searched candidate of the night was Tulsi Gabbard. Most tweeted about was Biden. CBS News Update. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
The Royce Radio Family. WCLU 1490 Glasgow. WCLU FM 102.3 Munfordville, Glasgow. And W276DO 103.1 Glasgow.
Enjoy Wendy's 4 for $4 meals, now with 8 sandwich choices, plus nuggets, fries, and a drink. 4 items for only $4 at Wendy's.
Insurance is full of complicated legal documents and statistics, but really 2 things matter the most, and that's the company backing the policy and the people in front of it. At ISU Pettigo-Lessenberry Insurance Agency, they have more than smiling faces. The experience and knowledge can't be duplicated, and the company name, ISU Pettigo-Lessenberry, has been the name so many homeowners, business owners, farmers, even government bodies, and public schools have trusted since 1902. Call your dedicated Pettigo-Lessenberry Insurance agent today.
Growing with a proud community since 1902, I'm Daniel Bird, and I'd love the opportunity to work with you.
270-651-8837.
Good morning. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane reporting. Police in Warren County have arrested a man after a burglary Saturday. Police say they responded to a burglary at a photography studio on Browning Road in Warren County last week. While investigating, police say the victim gave them video footage and suspected burglary tools they found at the scene. According to a news release, the stolen items equated to around $11,000. The video footage was distributed to area law enforcement before an arrest was made. With help from the Bowling Green Police Department, the Warren County Sheriff's Office arrested 36-year-old Aaron Giorgio on Wednesday. Police say Giorgio was questioned and placed under arrest. Giorgio is charged with third-degree burglary, theft by unlawful taking or disposition from a building, $10,000 or more but under $1 million, and possession of burglary tools. He is charged with 2 felonies and 1 misdemeanor. Giorgio was lodged in the Warren County Jail. The investigation is ongoing. The Senate has confirmed Kelly Craft to become the next U.S. envoy to the United Nations, despite Democratic concerns about her inexperience and potential conflicts of interest. Craft, a longtime GOP activist from Kentucky and Glasgow High School graduate, is currently U.S. ambassador to Canada. She was confirmed 56-34, ending a more than 7-month vacancy in the key diplomatic position. Senator Mitch McConnell told the Senate Foreign Relations Committee he feels confident in Craft becoming nominated to be the position of UN ambassador.
Tenure from Ambassador Nikki Haley, it's vital that our next UN ambassador possess the knowledge, talent, and experience to continue skillfully advancing our nation's interests and values. So that's why I'm proud to say Ambassador Craft is a phenomenal selection by the President. I'm proud to support her nomination, and I'm really proud to be here this morning to introduce her to all of you.
She and her husband, Joe Craft, have donated millions of dollars to Republican political candidates, and she will be the first major political donor to occupy the top UN post for any administration. Joe Craft is the chief executive of Alliance Resource Partners, one of the largest coal producers in the country. In her confirmation hearing, Craft vowed to continue the efforts of Trump's first ambassador to the UN, Nikki Haley, to push for reform at the world body and to fight against anti-Israel resolutions and actions by the United Nations and its affiliated agencies. During Haley's tenure, the administration withdrew from the UN Human Rights Council and the UN Educational and Scientific Agency for adopting positions it deemed to be hostile to Israel. Craft detailed her dedication to fight against anti-Israel resolutions. Craft particularly detailed how she plans to navigate the UN scene with Russia.
You know, I'm not going there to be Russia's friend. They're not our friend. They undermine us at every opportunity that they have. And you better believe I will keep a clear eye on them and understanding where we can work together, whether it's North Korea or other areas that we need to call them out on. I mean, we have to be very protective of Ukraine. We have to understand that they are propping up the Assad regime and also their human rights abuses. Our country has applied more sanctions in this administration than has ever been applied on Russia, and I will continue to hold them accountable. We will continue to apply maximum pressure, and if confirmed, I will promise you that we will be shining a light on Russia.
Democrats criticized Kraft at the hearing for previous remarks she had made doubting the causes and severity of climate change and suggesting that climate change skeptics have valid arguments. They were also concerned about possible conflicts of interest as she holds extensive investments in fossil fuels. Kraft said at the hearing that she acknowledges the vast amount of science regarding climate change and the role humans have played. The Democrats have also expressed concerns about her time away from Canada during her tenure as ambassador. Kraft testified that all of her travel had been approved in advance by the State Department, that much of it was work-related, and that she and her husband had paid for all personal trips. A report issued by the top Democrat on the Foreign Relations Committee, New Jersey Senator Bob Mendez, just before the vote called Kraft inexperienced, unknowledgeable, and outmatched. The report said Kraft's lack of diplomatic or substantive policy inexperience could threaten her ability to forcefully represent and defend U.S. national interests against other powerful nations. Republicans, including her home state Senator Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, came to her defense. As ambassador, Kraft played a role in facilitating the U.S.-Mexico-Canada trade agreement, Trump's long-sought revamp of the North American Free Trade Agreement. It was also a low point in relations between the two countries. Last year, Trump called Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau weak and dishonest, words that shocked Canadians. Federal officials are investigating a report that a man fired a gunshot while camping at Mammoth Cave National Park, an incident that another camper says was prompted by an alleged sighting of Bigfoot. Mammoth Cave said law enforcement rangers responded early Sunday to a report of a person with a firearm at one of the Kentucky Park's backcountry campsites. Brad Ginn told news outlets he and his girlfriend were camping nearby and were awakened around 1 a.m. by a man with his son. The man said they were going to investigate strange noises he kept hearing. Ginn said he heard a gunshot minutes later and the man returned to say Bigfoot had emerged from the woods, so he fired. Ginn said he and his girlfriend decided to leave and report the incident. Park spokeswoman Molly Schroer says an investigation continues and the park is safe to visit. According to this morning's 911 activity report, there was a structure fire last night around 9:30. The South Barron Fire Department, Haywood Fire Department, Park City Fire Department, Barron Metcalfe EMS, and Barron County Sheriff's Office all responded. And as August begins, that means Christmas festivities will begin around 3 months from now. The Glasgow-Barron County Chamber of Commerce met recently to name the Grand Marshal float and theme of the annual Community Christmas Parade. President of the Chamber of Commerce, Ernie Myers, tells WCLU News the theme and Grand Marshal relate to the day the parade will be held.
The Grand Marshal of the parade will be the DAV, that's the Disabled American Veterans. We think this is especially appropriate since the Christmas parade will be held on December the 7th, which is Pearl Harbor Day, which, as Franklin Roosevelt said, will live in infamy, the day that began the United States participation in World War II. So the DAV will be our Grand Marshal. The theme of the Christmas parade, going along with the Grand Marshal and also with December 7th, the theme of the Christmas parade is I'll be home for Christmas. There'll be more coming out about that real soon, including the applications for the Christmas parade, so be looking for that. That's what's going on with the Glasgow-Barron County Chamber of Commerce, where we're working together, building a better community.
December 7th is the first Saturday in December. Myers says more information will be released soon. It's 7:17, 67 degrees in downtown Glasgow. Stay tuned right here on WCLU for more of the news you can depend on. I'm Brennan Crane.
Come on down to Bailey Gibson. The 2018s have to go.
All 2018 models are marked down. Buicks, GMCs, cars, trucks, SUVs, they've all got to go. Prices have been cut.
Cut below invoice?
Yes, get a new 2018 below invoice pricing, in addition to all available incentives. Need financing? We can help with that also. Come on down to 306 Happy Valley Road in Glasgow. Check out the big savings on all remaining 2018 Buicks and GMCs on the lot. These are the lowest prices of the year. Find the vehicle you like and let us help with the rest.
Remember, Buicks GMC's Savings, Bailey Gibson.
Bailey Gibson, they're my deal-making, handshaking, wheel-turning, hard-working dealer.
Riley Dental Group, a group of dedicated and highly trained dentists who are committed to you and your family's dental health. Dr. Matthew Riley, Dr. Amy Norris Cassidy, and Dr. Jim Thurman. 3 professionals who encourage and facilitate excellent dental care. With the latest in technology, Riley Dental Group offers sedation dentistry for many procedures. They are the well-established source for dental implants in this area, which has changed so many patients' lives. Of course, dental care begins with hygiene. The dental hygienists at Riley Dental Group keep your teeth clean and coach you as you take care of your teeth at home. Commit to taking better care of your dental health. Get the Riley Dental Group on your side today. Call 651-5939. That's 651-5939 and get started. Riley Dental Group, 101 State Avenue in Glasgow.
Healthcare changes all the time, but at Hatchet Home Medical, we're a consistent friend to help you navigate the road to good health. We are your headquarters for all types of equipment and supplies to let you recuperate at home, and we keep up with all the changes. So let us file the paperwork for insurance reimbursement. Hatchet Home Medical's huge showroom and warehouse on Park Avenue in Glasgow lets us stock what you need, and our trained technicians are courteous and helpful when setting up and instructing you or your caretakers. We feature a 24-hour on-call phone number to help in emergencies. And remember, all healthcare professionals, Hatchet's Home Medical has the area's largest selection of nurses' uniforms and supplies, featuring the best of name brands. Whether you need a wheelchair, walker, hospital bed, or other assistive device, the name to remember is Hatchet Home Medical in the Park Avenue Shopping Center in Glasgow. Phone 651-9551.
In more news this hour, Marathon Petroleum Company and Speedway have agreed to pay more than $22 million to settle a lawsuit brought by the Kentucky Attorney General's office in 2007 over alleged gasoline price gouging. Correspondent Will Clark has the report.
Marathon Petroleum Company and Speedway LLC settled the 2007 suit for $22.5 million over allegations of price gouging in the wake of Hurricane Katrina and a separate flood event in 2011. The case was originally filed by then Attorney General Greg Stumbo and later amended in 2011 by Jack Conway. Current Attorney General Andy Beshear says he'll recommend to the General Assembly that the money be used to improve rural roads to mitigate future weather-related damage. The companies have 20 days to pay half of the settlement. The remainder's due in installments over the next 2 years. I'm Will Clark.
Attorney General Andy Beshear's office said the companies didn't admit any wrongdoing or liability. The case was set to go to trial August 19th in Franklin County Circuit Court. A lawsuit filed in federal court in 2015 alleging that Marathon violated antitrust laws is still pending. A police officer in Kentucky is accused of shooting and wounding his 24-year-old son in what state police described as a domestic dispute altercation. Citing a state police statement, news outlets report troopers responding to a shooting Monday determined that 47-year-old Somerset police officer Jason Griffith had shot 24-year-old Devin B. Griffith. The younger Griffith was hospitalized. The Commonwealth Journal reports trooper Lloyd Cochran said that the son had assaulted his father, who then fired his gun in self-defense. Cochran says investigators believe that Devin Griffith was unarmed at the time. Cochran says no charges have been filed against the father, though charges are expected to be filed against the son. Police Chief William Hunt says Jason Griffith is on administrative leave pending the investigation. Governor Matt Bevin says suicides are part of the societal cost related to casino gambling, as he lashed out at his opponent's support for expanded gambling as a way to help fund pensions. In a radio interview with WKDZ Wednesday, Bevin detailed his opposition to casinos in Kentucky, but Bevin didn't offer any evidence for the claims.
Every night somewhere in America, somebody takes their life in a casino because they've wasted the last semblance of dignity and hope that they had. Families are ruined. Lives are ruined. There is societal cost.
His Democratic challenger, Andy Beshear, wants to push for expanded gambling as a revenue resource to support chronically underfunded public pension systems. Bevin says the revenue generated would not come close to fixing the state's pension woes and says there's no political appetite for expanded gambling in Kentucky. And Democrats in Mitch McConnell's home state are pitching Moscow Mitch merchandise to try and capitalize on a bitter dispute involving the Kentucky senator over election security legislation. The Kentucky Democratic Party said Wednesday it's launching the Moscow Mitch web store in a dig at the Senate Majority Leader. The party is selling red T-shirts for $25. They depict a picture of McConnell wearing a cassock hat with the hammer and sickle symbol. The shirt declares, "Just say niet to Moscow Mitch," in yellow Soviet-style letters. A Washington Post columnist recently criticized the Senate Republican leader for blocking legislation aimed at protecting the nation's political system against foreign attack. MSNBC host Joe Scarborough weighed in with the Moscow Mitch nickname. McConnell fired back in a speech comparing the attacks to, quote, modern-day McCarthyism. It's 7:24, 67 degrees in downtown Glasgow. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane.
At Ford's Furniture, England special orders don't cost more or take longer. Choose the Macintosh Sage Couch and customize it with your choice of fabric, designer pillows, even choose your seat firmness for only $5.99. That's right, just $5.99 for a custom order couch in your home in 30 days, or it's free. For a limited time, you can get special financing. 48 months, no interest, making the Macintosh Sage Couch less than $13 a month. On sale now at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green and Glasgow.
We love company here at the radio station, and we're tickled today to have as our special guest Attorney Tracy Peppers. Tracy is with us live in the studio as we're going to give her the title of publicity chairman, a member, a dedicated member. I've seen her work as a member of the Friends of Bear River Lake and Park. And good morning, Tracy. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing real good. I'm just looking forward to so many wonderful things. And, you know, you guys and gals work so hard with the July the 4th celebration, but you're dusting off your hands because we got a big poker run coming up down at the state park and some important pieces of information that we need to share with folks. Let's talk about the date. What is the date on the poker run?
It's this Saturday, August 3rd, and the registration starts registration is between 9 and 12.
Okay, all right.
And if you register at 9, you can go out on the lake and start right then. You don't have to wait till 12 to start. How
would you describe a poker run to somebody that doesn't understand what the term poker run means?
Sure. As far as our poker run, a lot of times you hear poker run is with motorcycles, but of course we're at the lake, so we do it with boats. And you register down there just off the beach, and then you go to the 4 marinas there, the Narrows, the State Park Dock, the Walnut Creek, and the Peninsula.
My goodness, you did a good job of that, recalling those.
And you stop at each one of those and pick up a card or an envelope that has a card in it. You don't open the envelope until you get back to the beach area, and you get your 5th card there. And then we open all 5 of your envelopes, and whoever has the top 3 hands will win cash prizes.
That sounds like a fun event, a way to get out there and do something a little bit different and to hobnob with folks who enjoy the water. Let's show this graphic on TV and on Facebook Live because there's just a little bit of a change on where the poker run is going to be. I guess the headquarters are going to be this year, Tracy.
There is. We had some concerns about the safety of the swimmers. So instead of having our registration tent and where you pick up the last card in the parking lot of the beach, we have moved it up from the beach. If you're coming in by car, it's before you get to the parking lot on the right. If you're coming in by boat, it's on the left-hand side of the beach.
If you're watching on EPB6 or on Facebook Live, you can see on the left, you see the actual parking lot down there at the beach. That's the old location. Then to the right, you'll see where the new location is, and I think you can figure it out from there. So what do we need to do to get ready for this?
Well, just come down and with your boat. And this is not a race against time. You can have until 4 o'clock you have to be at the beach to pick up your last card by 4 o'clock.
Okay.
And it's just a leisurely day at the lake, and you just happen to go to all the marinas to pick up the cards. And now we can't run credit cards, so we'll either need cash or check. The Wi-Fi down there is not good enough to use any sort of credit card machine, and so, but just bring your life jackets, your boat, and some cash, and we'd be happy to have you.
Best hand wins $500. Second place, or second best hand, $250. Third, $100. All for having a day of fun. That's pretty good, Tracy.
It is. And I would like to mention we're also raffling off a package, and it includes a Yeti cooler, 2 inflatable life jackets. Both of those were donated by Cabela's, and then a 50-inch TV, which was donated by Ford's Furniture, and the tickets are $5 a piece, and we'll be selling those at the same place you register.
Those be great prizes to win those, and every penny from this being used to fund the 4th of July fireworks, the Trash Masters, Lakeshore Cleanup, and other Friends of Burned River Lake and Park events. Y'all are we got the honor to work with you all this year on the 4th of July events, and it was something special. Tracy, that group of folks love the lake and really make you appreciate what we have, even more than what we thought we did.
It's a great group of people down there, and I love working with them.
Registration from 9 until noon at State Park Beach. Each poker hand costs $25. Let's see if we can't just fill it up down there this weekend. And remember, the new location is going to be going down the road toward the beach. You turn before you get to the beach at the other beach, I guess. Is that the best way to say it?
I guess so.
Okay. All right. Tracy, what else do we need to talk about to make sure we get everybody informed about this?
Well, we do have some sponsors for this. I'd like to give them a little shout out.
Please do.
The poker run's sponsored by Sawyer's Marine, State Park Marina, and Narrows Marina. And we are always looking for new sponsors. And if you're interested in becoming a sponsor for one of our events, if you can email us at friendsofbarron@gmail.com.
And if people want to join this wonderful group that love promoting the activities and raising money for the lake, how could somebody find out about when the next meeting of Friends of Burned River Lake is?
We meet the second Tuesday of every month down at the lodge. Some of us actually come at 5 and have dinner down there, and then our meeting starts at 6.
Okay, and it's a really group of nice folks, and you'll enjoy being a part of that. Tracy, thank you for coming, and again, remember the registration from 9 until noon at the State Park Beach this Saturday. Each poker hand's $25. Could be fun, could be, winning some money too. Tracy, thank you so much, and thanks for all that you folks do to keep the Burned River Lake at the focal point of one of our great places around here, okay?
Thank you for having me.
Have a good day. It's 7:31. Coming up straight ahead, it's going to be Banking on Business.
It's go fast time, y'all, and Big Meadow Oil has just what you need to send those tractors and trucks blazing down the tracks. This is Whitney, and you heard right. Big Meadow Oil has BP racing fuels. Stop by our office at 219 Industrial Drive in Glasgow or 529 Smiths Grove Road in Scottsville and get your high-octane racing fuels. We also have a wide variety of mobile oils, hydraulic fluids, and greases to service all your machines. Big Meadow Oil, where go fast is what we do. 270-651-5212.
This is Terry Bennell, and welcome to another segment of Banking on Business, sponsored by the People's Bank. Today I'm with Terry Hancock here at Hancock Interiors. So it's great to have you on the program today, Terry.
Well, thank you, Terry. Thanks for having me.
Well, you're more than welcome, and we're thankful for those that are watching us and listening to us on the radio. So this has been a great program for us. But we're on Cameron Court in Glasgow, Hancock Interiors. Tell us a little bit about the business, Terry.
Well, my wife and I started the business about 8 years ago, 2009. Well, that'd be about 10 years ago, wouldn't it?
Okay. Time flies.
Time flies.
Especially when you're having fun.
Yeah, yeah. And we started the business at home in the garage, and over the years we've built up some storage and shops and everything. We've got about 10,000 square foot under roof right now.
Wow.
Of course, we started out pretty much just me as the employee. And we've got 4 full-time employees now, and we have several that work part-time.
Right.
Mainly all family.
Okay.
My son, my wife, John Carter, he works for us, but he's like family. He's worked 6 or 7 years. I've had some nephews at work, and of course the grandkids, they come and pitch in some too.
Okay, very good. That sounds like a family affair in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Tell us what we have, what you offer here with this business.
Well, we sell interior trim, doors, all types of interior doors, moldings, casing, baseboard, crown, stair parts, treads, rails, newels, all different types of materials. We get that's what we're known mainly for is interior trim and indoors and stuff like that. But we also have vendors that supply us with windows, exterior doors, just all different types of building products.
Right. Now, tell us a little bit about what you're seeing, in home interior design. Has it changed much over the years you've been involved?
It has changed a lot. Of course, I've been doing this over 20 years. So when I first started, it was shiny brass hinges and rosettes and blocks and very decorative trim. Now everything's gone to craftsman style. Everything's square boards and dark hinges, and it's a big change. You can tell. You can tell about when the house was built by interior trim.
Yeah, sure. Do residential, commercial as well?
My biggest customers do residential. My contractors are building spec houses, custom homes, but we also sell to individuals that are building homes. We do some commercial work, such as banks.
Okay, yes, you do. And good job on those too, by the way. Yeah, very good job.
And we do, a lot of large apartment complexes from time to time. And as I mentioned, we've done some work at Western. We've done some sorority houses and things up there just recently.
All right, fantastic. We've been talking today with Terry Hancock at Hancock Interiors here in Glasgow on Cameron Court. We appreciate the time being in your place of business. A lot of neat things in this place of business I like to look at and think about. So we appreciate the business that you're providing to people here in South Central Kentucky, Terry. Keep watching us and listening to us. Banking on Business, sponsored by the People's Bank.
Wendy's 4 for $4 is now better than ever because it's the deal with more variety than ever. With 8 different sandwiches to choose from, plus nuggets, fries, and a drink. So choose a double stack, or the crispy chicken sandwich, or a grilled chicken go-wrap, or the junior bacon cheeseburger, or any of these others. Whatever you choose, you still get this much food, all for just $4. So try all 8 and pick your favorite, and taste what makes the new 4 for $4 deliciously different. Only at Wendy's.
Insurance is full of complicated legal documents and statistics, but really 2 things matter the most, and that's the company backing the policy and the people in front of it. At ISU Pettigo-Lessenberry Insurance Agency, they have more than smiling faces. The experience and knowledge can't be duplicated, and the company name, ISU Pettigo-Lessenberry, has been the name so many homeowners, business owners, farmers, even government bodies, and public schools have trusted since 1902. Call your dedicated Pettigo-Lessenberry Insurance agent today, 270-651-8837.
Extreme Prosthetics understands that when it comes to comfort and function, not all prosthetic devices are made the same. A properly fitted prosthesis can allow you to walk naturally without daily pain and discomfort. Extreme Prosthetics works with your physician and insurance company to help you get the comfort and function you deserve. Don't let your current discomfort and lack of mobility discourage you. Call the experts at Extreme Prosthetics today for a better, more comfortable life.
What if your doctors treated you like family, your nurses calmed your fears, you received personalized, compassionate care at every visit? At TJ Regional Health, we're committed to excellence in patient care for every person, every day. To us, total local care is more than a tagline. It's our promise to you. Come experience exceptional care at the TJ Regional Health network of hospitals and clinics, where people you know care for the people you love. Visit tjsampson.org to learn more.
That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
Yeah, they make you know what fun really is. They know how to do fun. It's Ralphie's Fun Center. They have earned that name, I'll tell you. All right, birthdays. Yes, indeed. Oh, there it is. I had it behind my poker run information. Here we go. Birthdays for today. We have had a bunch of folks celebrating. Sharon Gwynn has a birthday. So does Caitlin Brown. Marie Smith celebrates, and her cousin Louise Barber has a birthday today, too. Lori Berry, Steve Brown, Kaylee Staples. John Duncan has a birthday today. Christy Smith, the Big 4-0. Todd Whitty, the Big 5-5. Asani Howard, the Big 2-0. Selma Mayfield, the Big 9-0. Nolan Elmore is 5. Kay Stinson is 7. Lee Bidwell has a birthday today. Miss Courtney Stewart is 25 today. And Joe Bird is 70 today. How about that? And we have one anniversary. It's the anniversary of Brent and Tylia Claywell. That's Brent and Tylia Claywell celebrating a wedding anniversary today. And 651-914-9800-956-1023 online here for you at WCLUradio.com. And don't forget, today we are patting on the back a very nice gentleman, Mr. Joe Bird. It's, yes, we could pat him on the back just because he's a nice guy. But to add to that, it's his 70th birthday today. And it was requested for Joe Bird to be good as gold today. And we are glad to do that. So if you see Joe Bird around today, you pat him on the back and tell him he's good as gold from WCLU and a little taste of Texas. 71 degrees, 7:39. Good morning.
What time is it? It's burger o'clock. Head to Colton's Steakhouse and Grill for lunch. Get a hamburger, cheeseburger, or Montana burger and fries for only $6.99. These fresh ground half-pound burgers are handcrafted, grilled over open flames, and made to order. All meals include peanuts and hot, delicious rolls and honey. Colton's Steakhouse and Grill in Glasgow, Bardstown, Campbellsville, and Radcliffe. We know what's at stake, and burgers too.
Some people say, a pharmacy is a pharmacy. You go in, you buy the same pills you can buy anywhere. I would tell you different. I know from my own personal experience at Glasgow Prescription Center, the difference really is the people that work there. I was having a hard time sleeping. I couldn't get the right mask for my CPAP machine, and it was really affecting the way I lived. Luckily, I met Bryant at Glasgow Prescription Center, and he pointed out a new mask that was similar to my old mask, but might fit better and might relieve the pressure that I just couldn't stand and couldn't sleep with at night. And I'm happy to say I'm sleeping better, I feel better, and it's all because I'm at the right person at the right pharmacy. Glasgow Prescription Center is not just any other pharmacy. And I would encourage you that if you're not happy with the service you're getting, or you're looking for the right kind of home medical product, or you just want to see a smiling face when you go to the pharmacy, Glasgow Prescription Center is the best place to go. Located in the Southgate Shopping Center, call 270-651-8889.
Uh-oh, it's official. I'm retiring next week.
Well, that's a good thing as long as you've been preparing for it.
But I'm not ready. I kept saying I'll get around to it.
Hello, I'm Anthony Mite, your local Modern Woodman financial representative. Don't be like Miss I'll get around to it. Call me today at 427-6807.
Get to know your local Modern Woodman representative to plan for your financial future and learn about valuable member benefits. Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures. Securities offered through MWA Financial Services, Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Modern Woodman of America.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center. Brought to you by McDonald's.
It's hot, you're thirsty, summer is here. McDonald's has great drinks, don't you fear. Sweet tea, soft drinks, Diet Dr. Pepper, and something else to make it even better.
Try your favorite sips in McDonald's new large insulated cup, or get any size soft drink for just $1.
Summer sipping today. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
We're going to mix it up today. Cloud, sunshine, front off to the east of us. We'll keep the rain to the east of us. Might see some showers and thunderstorms tomorrow morning as that front tries to meander back toward the west. But other than that, we are dry through the upcoming weekend and early next week. Some clouds, mild this morning. Clouds and sun, upper 80s this afternoon. 88. Overnight tonight, mainly clear, 66. Could be some showers, thunderstorms tomorrow in the morning, and then partly cloudy in the afternoon, 87. Saturday, clouds, sun, upper 80s. Sunday, clouds and sunshine with highs in the upper 80s. And I do believe we'll take dry weather into early next week with upper 80s to low 90s for daytime highs. I'm meteorologist Ray Staging, a Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Kind of sticky out there this morning, 100% humidity, northwest winds at about a mile an hour. 30.06 on the barometer, and no precip in the bucket up there. So just kind of a calm start to the day. But we've warmed up, yes, indeed. That's the one thing we keep doing is raising the temperature. 71 degrees this morning. Weather brought to you by the folks who have your breakfast on the griddle out at your neighborhood McDonald's.
Why do you choose the pharmacy you use? Is it because of someone you know, or is it short wait times? Highland Pharmacy has considered all of these things that make your experience at the pharmacy pleasant. With a top-notch staff of pharmacists and techs you know and trust, 2 drive-through windows, and a commitment to not making you sit and wait any longer than necessary, you can see why so many choose Highland Pharmacy, and we invite you to come see us for your next prescription. Highland Pharmacy, just over from the TJ Health Pavilion, 301 Rogers Road. Call 270-629-4300.
Wendy's 4 for $4 is the deal you can count on every day. No catch, no strings attached, just 4 items for $4. Hence the name, 4 for $4. Choose one of 8 great options like the double stack, spicy chicken wrap, or junior bacon cheeseburger. And you get 4 nuggets, fries, and a drink. A full meal for just $4? Only at Wendy's, baby. That's added value multiplied by tons of goodness. Because the 4 for $4 is what you need when you need it. So turn that car around and hit your nearest Wendy's today.
At participating Wendy's for a limited time. Meal includes 4-piece chicken nuggets, small fries, and small drink. Offer not valid in Alaska and Hawaii.
71 degrees. One of my favorite parts of the day is to learn the latest up at Hurt Auto Sales. That place is a revolving door of folks looking for vehicles, finding good vehicles, leaving the lot with good vehicles, and more good vehicles coming in. And that's why we enjoy talking with Bobby Lee Hurt, who kind of coordinates all of that. Hey, Bobby Lee, how you doing, sir?
Doing well this morning, Henry, and hope you are.
I am. It's just an excellent day around here, and everybody's in a good mood. First day of the month, we've ripped off that old July, and we're starting off with a big time 1st of August.
Yes, that's right. It's hard to believe it's August.
It is.
We've actually marked some cars down, having I guess you could say an August 1st sale.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that at all because, sometimes you just got to do that.
That's right. We got a 2017 Ford Explorer, 3rd row seats, local trade, 1 owner, super sharp vehicle. We marked it down to $16,900.
Man, you don't want that thing around much longer, do you?
That's right. We need to get it out of here. That's for sure.
Okay.
The 2012 Cadillac truck.
Now, wait a minute. Cadillac truck?
Yes, sir.
That's a very unnatural sounding phrase there, Bobby Lee.
It is. Well, it's actually an Escalade.
Okay.
But, it is a Escalade truck.
That sounds more fancy. Escalade sounds more Cadillac-y, I guess.
Hey,
if that's a word.
Call it anything you want. I just want you to buy it.
That's right.
And we're going to sell it for $19,900 today.
My goodness, that is a great price on that. That Cadillac truck or whatever. It's a good price.
Hey, yeah, I like to say. And speaking of nice rides, we got a super sharp Lexus SUV. It's the RX 350, loaded with everything, white with tan leather.
Mm-hmm.
We've marked it down to $14,900, Henry.
My goodness.
Yeah, so it's going to be a bargain for someone.
It really is. It's kind of neat. You got something to spend. You look at the time that things have been there, and then you just say it's time to put it on sale and move it out the door. You don't want to mess up on that, do you?
We most certainly do not. Okay. And speaking of markdowns, got a 2013 Volkswagen Jetta, 4-door sedan, local trade, runs out perfect. Be a great back-to-school car for just $5,900.
Yeah, I'd say that's a nice car. When I was in school, I drove a Volkswagen Rabbit. Remember those?
Yeah, I sure do. Yeah, I most certainly do. Those were pretty classy vehicles.
Oh yeah. I did my best to unclassy it though, but that was back in the day. The Jetta.
Back in the day.
Those are
Jetta. They've reformed.
Mm-hmm.
They got better at it.
Those are nice. Volkswagen's a neat vehicle, and they just kept improving on something that was good, and that's why they came up with that Jetta, and you got it priced at a price that's going to make even that much more sense for folks who are looking for a vehicle.
That's good, and it'll get probably, Henry, 30, 35 miles a gallon. So, hey, you can come in and take advantage of that, okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. Bobby Lee's also, we don't want to forget, as we start the month of August, if there's something you're looking for you haven't been able to find, Bobby Lee is the man. He knows how to find the vehicles you're looking for, and he likes to kind of have a a want list from people so they can so he can be looking for it while he's out looking for great vehicles. So Bobby Lee, remind folks again that you're going to be there today till about how long?
I'll be here until 5 o'clock today, Henry.
Okay. And so just put that on your list of things to get done, to go by to Hurt Auto Sales. If you're listening to us driving down I-65, say, that sounds like a place I want to trade with, put it into your GPS. It is 621 West Main Street in Glasgow. If you get close, the glistening hoods and the nice, sharp vehicles on that lot will pull you the rest of the way in, Bobby Lee.
That's correct, Henry. And phone number, don't forget it, 270-590-1181.
All right, Bobby Lee, let's do the motto and make it official.
No pain when you trade with Hurt.
That's Bobby Lee Hurt. Hurt Auto Sales, 621 West Main Street. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you, Henry. Appreciate it.
71 degrees at 7:48. Good morning.
Good morning, friends. A church, any church, cannot be on a mission with the Father if they are waging war with one another. It's the responsibility of every congregation to be the best they can be. No congregation can measure themselves against another congregation. When any church measures itself against Christ, as should be done, then they will always come up short of perfection. Therefore, we must stop labeling, criticizing, isolating ourselves from, and of all things, stop refusing to have fellowship with another just because they may not operate just as we see fit. If God has not made anything a clear condition of salvation, then we have no right to make such thing a condition of fellowship. All of the above is true as well of the individual. A great many congregations as well as individuals claim to be contending for the faith, when in reality they seem to be contentious in the name of the faith. Some seem to have declared themselves as brotherhood watchdogs, and they are constantly barking about supposed false teachers. It might be said of them, physician, heal themselves. The words of Jesus Christ as contained within the Bible are the only valid standard by which one can measure the faithfulness of a church. This is Danny Wyatt for the Refuge Church of Christ.
Farmers, if you're looking to buy or sell livestock at competitive prices with a large variety, then there's no better place than Farmers Regional Livestock Market. Baby calves, replacement bulls, cow-calf pairs, head cows, weigh cows, and bulls, as well as a large variety of graded feeders. And in addition to their regular sale, they're going to be offering a preconditioned and wean sale on August the 5th. That sale begins at noon. They'll receive cows beginning at 9 a.m. on Sunday and up until time for the sale on Monday. Don't miss out on Farmers Livestock Market's preconditioned and wean sale August the 5th. Visit Farmers Regional Livestock Market's Facebook page for more information or call 270-678-2118.
All right, thank you, Wes. Let's talk about a couple of things going on tonight here in your very near future. We got Hanging with the Highlands coming up tonight. That's right, Hanging with the Highlands to be held for Highland Elementary students tonight, 6:30 till 7:30, over at the Community Center at 56 McGraw Avenue. That should be a fun time. There's going to be free books, free games, and free food. Also coming up, we have, if your child is going to be 3 or 4 years of age, on or before today, they can qualify for Head Start. You can apply. You got to provide proof of income, verification of the child's birth, and an up-to-date immunization certificate. For information, 651-2419, or you can go by and visit the Head Start Center at 899 Shamrock in Glasgow today. And speaking of today, I don't think we've mentioned this enough, so I'm going to mention it loudly and slowly. Today is the day. This is the day the Glasgow-Barron County Chamber of Commerce hosts their famous Ice Cream Social. That's right. Make your plans to come by the Chamber of Commerce office sometime between the hours of 1 and 4. You can enjoy this fun and informal way to meet and greet folks. A lot of nice folks. You know, I really enjoy the fact that new chamber members do their best to try to get there so you can meet some new chamber members and meet them over a nice big dish of wonderful ice cream. That is something that Ernie Myers and Gail and Radonna and all the crew down there at the chamber do an excellent job with this, call it Ice Cream Social. But if you wake up tomorrow and you didn't go, you missed it, because it's this afternoon, and that's from 1 until 4 at the Chamber of Commerce office. Just want to make sure you're aware of that. Now, coming up, well, actually, I'm going to say goodbye to our folks on Facebook Live, because we're going to play a little musical history, and we don't want to get in trouble with Facebook. But I want to, actually, let me get over here. Where's my note? Where are my notes? I want to one more time get over here and say good morning to some of the special folks who are with us on the Facebook Live. Before we say goodbye, we probably need to get over here and say hello. If I can find the right screen right here. You know, that's arm wrestle cell phones for a living, it seems. And let's see here. Where is it? Anyway, we're saying good morning to a lot of special folks here on the Facebook Live, and I will. I'm just going to switch and do this, and then I'll come back and get those hellos to you.
Did you know termites cause over $5 billion in property damage each year? Luckily, you can protect your home with Arrow Exterminators and the Centricon system with always active technology. Centricon creates a protective barrier around your home to stop termites before they ever have the chance to attack. It is truly investment protection for your home. The pros at Arrow Exterminators also specialize in pest, mosquito, and fire ant control. And you can feel good knowing that all services are backed with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. All you have to do is schedule a free home evaluation, and a licensed Arrow professional will come to your home and inspect, identify, and then treat in the most environmentally responsible method available today. Call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com. That's 888-GO-ARROW or arrowexterminators.com. It's not just pest control, it's Arrow Exterminators Pest Control.
Boy, we've had a lot of nice folks commenting on Facebook Live this morning. Let's see here. I want to get over here and say good morning to Judge Michael Hale, who's tuned in. Chad Livingston watching on Facebook Live. We've got a nice note here from Terry Pruitt. Terry says, good morning to everybody. The flowers around our square are beautiful. Thank you for providing such a nice morning view. Well, thank you very much, Terry. They are beautiful, and it's just nice to have that shot on Facebook because they work hard. You know, before the sun rises, we have city grounds crew folks coming by here to water the flowers and to make sure that they look good, and you know, somebody's responsible for that, and I'm glad that they are because of the fact that really because of the fact that it just makes things beautiful, even for our folks watching on EPB6 and Facebook Live. Ernie Runyon is tuning in saying good morning. Hey, Ern. We have Lana Hatcher. Lana is saying, I remember that. I bet you she was responding to something I said during the archives about maybe remembering the Dutch Mill Village or remembering Jack Leach we talked about earlier this morning with his little cigarette holder. Anyway, I'm always glad to hear from Lana and folks like Sharon Peterson. Theresa Martin Caldwell tuned in this morning. Keith Mills, Kevin Button, Charlotte Williams says good morning. Charlene Melton is tuned in today and saying good morning. Deborah Morgan is watching, and let's see, just a lot of nice folks. We're glad to have you with us today on WCLU. Coming up, the news you depend on, the live and local 8 o'clock morning edition here on WCLU. But we're going to roll back just a second here and tell you about this day in history. It was a big day in history music-wise.